So
Hello.
I guess this is enough. Okay. So
What the
we're this
video gonna be called?
uh, uploaded. I'm recording right now.
Yes, I know that.
I'm gonna upload it just right.
Okay,
Finish. We're finished.
for sure.
So just for context, I bought this course yesterday. This is for the people that are watching this. I bought this course from Prodigy Marketing, and they have like a 7 day trial for $1. Then it's $50 per month. And yeah, they have this blockbuster, which is a content creation course to create epic content in the market. So these people have really good content, and if they reveal what they do to make it that epic, then I want to see that. And it just cost me $1 to see the first module. So why not? I have like $2 laying around there, and I bought this. And there's this class, which is called "What Ideas Win in the Market," and they present what makes a big idea. So we're talking about this right now. How to make a big idea on your copy that gets your customer attention, your prospect's
Skill.
attention. So that's what we're talking about. The first element of a big idea is that it's new for the prospect, or at least it's presented or said in a
The
new
unique
way for them.
mechanism.
Yeah, that's a big idea. You have to present it as something new. And we're going to see the practical applications of this. The second element, it has an interesting promise for the prospect. So it either one, fix a problem they want to solve, or uh, gets them closer to their aspirations. That's the second element of a big idea. One, it's new for the prospect. Two, it has an interesting promise for the prospect. Three, it's specific and tangible. So it's not vague. It actually says something palpable that is real and it's tangible. It's specific. Four, it is about just one thing.
They should have gave examples.
They give examples, but I haven't. We can watch them.
Not too much pirating.
I'm muting it because no. Oh, so here's an example. But first, we'll
For
go.
the point, for the fourth point I'm looking to.
Let's
I meant three, I meant three, I meant three.
after we touch these points, we're going to see some examples of big ideas. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to connect my laptop because it's getting the battery 19%. Okay, it is about just one thing. It fifth element. It touches a Emotional cord. Six. It has a good timing. This means that it's in, uh, how do you say that?
That it's in a specific time frame of the life of the prospect.
It's in relations. It has relation with current tendencies,
Oh, okay.
context
Joseph Sugarman.
to the current environment of the environment or society, technology, called, etc. And seventh, it's instant understood. So these are,
Very important one, the last one.
and if we want to simplify this, we can just say in bullets these ones. It's new for the prospect. It has an interesting promise for the prospect. It's specific and tangible. It is just about one thing. It touches an emotional chord. It has a good timing. It has timing. And it is instantaneously understood. Instantly understood. Let's see one example that they explain. One, the 4 hour work.
Some products are not that good of a fit for that framework. For example, the timing one.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Not everything. You don't have to check everything, but the
Yep.
more they have, the better. So this was a really big, big, big idea when Tim Ferriss came up with this. And I don't remember the year, but when people saw this, it was very new. People didn't talk about this. Like 4 hour work week. It was pretty new. It's a way to it's a new lifestyle that he presented for outsourcing, etc. But it was
Hmm.
completely new. So let's see if let's see if it related to the if it accomplishes what a big idea is. It's new for a prospect, yes. And this when Tim first released this book, nobody presented this like a 4 hour work week. That was something completely new. Two, it has an interesting promise for a prospect. A 4 hour work week is very interesting for the people that want to be productive without working tons of time. It's specific and tangible. It's specific, yeah, it has a number, 4 hours, and tangible. You can imagine. It's tangible because you can imagine how a 4 hour work week would look like. Imagine just working 4 hours a week.
Oh, I get it now.
Four, it's about just one thing, a 4 hour work week. It touches an emotional chord. People want to be productive without breaking his brain. It has timing. So I guess when Tim Ferriss released this book, people it was at the right time. It had timing because the internet has just
Was
started.
okay, yeah.
So why did it have a good timing, such a good timing? Because now people could work remotely. Before, you couldn't work remotely before, but now you could because of the internet. Because the internet was recently taking popularity at this time, so you can work remotely. So you actually the 4 hour work week is because of the internet, because now you can work remotely. So it had a very good timing to the context, the environment, and the technology of the moment where that idea came up to be. Do you understand?
Yep, I do.
So that
It
what it
makes
means.
sense.
That what it means to have timing. And seventh, it's instantly understood. The 4 hour work week. You read that, you know exactly what you're going to get. What do you think about? What are your thoughts about this analysis?
I did actually read the 4 Hour Work Week, and I saw Tim Ferriss talk about his process of coming up with ideas and how he was A/B testing headlines, and said that this was obviously the most effective one that just struck a chord, like the point was saying to touch an emotional chord, because obviously the responses spiked up.
Yeah,
So yeah,
so he what he did to come up with the title of the book, he was testing many
headlines.
headlines
Yes,
Google on Google Ads. He used Google Ads to see which headline had the most amount of clicks, and the 4 hour work week one had the most amount of engaging.
obviously. Yeah. One. I don't know what other headlines he tried. There's probably some other variations of it that were less understood, and that's why this one won, because being understandable is such a big point. Some of those points are more important than others,
Let's see.
so that's also a thing. Not too much pirating.
I really like this course. Oh, here are some samples, but I don't understand them. I only understand Deep Work by Carl Newport.
I saw that, but deep work is not a big idea. So I don't know how that plays out. I Deep work became popular because Carl Newton was had an audience, not because of the big idea.
Maybe because of the big idea,
How come?
because he's known for the book, and the book helped a lot of people. And the
I
base
don't know.
and
I'm not sure about that. But just looking at it from a bird's eye view, do you know? Do you have any more details? Because I'm not sure about it.
what details about what?
If he became popular because of the book, or if he was popular beforehand.
Well, I think he became popular because of the book, because he's an author, and I discovered him. I discovered him because of the book.
And how did the book become popular?
You know, the thing is that the good thing about being an author and having big ideas is that if your idea is very good enough, it will spread automatically without you having to advertise it. It's just like Alex
Oh yes,
Ramone's $100
big
million.
ideas are very rare though.
Yeah, yeah. Once you have them, they spread by themselves by word of mouth. It's like Robert Greene with his 48 Laws of Power.
40 laws of power, a big idea. I haven't thought about this before.
Now, why were we talking about elements of a big idea? I hope we're say something to see if we're recording this. Say one, two, three.
One, two, three.
Okay. New military grade muscle stimulator unlocks rapid fat loss and muscle growth for those 40 watch plus 40 years. What do we think about this headline?
It's heavily carried by the product.
Yeah.
You're
So
not going to come up with good copy, similarly good copy for a lower tiered product.
let's see if we have ways to put this bigger. No. Okay. Um, is is it new for the prospect?
Obviously,
Yeah. Why?
because the machinery is new.
Yeah. It's presented or set in a new way for the
No, the
prospect.
product is just simply new. And into when it regards to how it's presented through, because it has the military, which is kind of a more exotic element that
Yeah,
brings it
because
more naturally
you're
credibility.
presenting the product in a new way because it could still be a stimulator from the military, but if you don't say that it's from the military, it stops being new. So
Yeah, exactly.
the presentation is very important.
This also reminds me about Eugene Shore's ad on Chinese medicine. If he didn't mention that it was Chinese medicine, he wouldn't have had as much credibility because it had an exotic name. And this newness and novelty brought with it a bunch of newfound credibility.
Yeah, so you're merging two curiously familiar concepts. So you're combining two concepts that are familiar to you, but combined with emerges another new thing. So it's a muscle stimulator that it's militarily great. It's new for a prospect? Yeah, because probably our prospect, which is probably a man over 40 years old, haven't heard about a military grade muscle simulator. So I would say that this is a new way. This is a big idea because it's new for the prospect. So I will give it new.
It's the job of a copywriter to realize that he needs to mention in the headline that it has been from the military. It has been used by the military. It's the copywriter's job to find all these angles of presenting the product. Even though it's such a revolutionary new product, you still have to present the necessary details and those important points with regards to conceiving of the big idea.
Yeah, it's yeah. That's their job. Unlocks unlocks is easy. Implies easy, fast, big, muscle growth, uh, for those 40 is any right or something like that. But yeah, let's
He
see.
focuses on those 40 plus because those are more people who are struggling with weight, so it's kind of like a niche down, so that we qualify the prospect even more.
Yeah, it makes it more relatable for the
Hmm.
prospect because it's not for it's not he's not talking to everyone. He's talking about specifically a a very niche avatar.
All these
So,
small details within the headline add up to do what he's doing right now,
so is it
which
new
is
for
a
the prospect?
powerhouse of a big idea.
Is it new for the prospect? Yes. It's presented in a new way that he haven't heard before because probably they haven't heard about a military grade muscle simulator before. Maybe they've tried another solutions that haven't worked for them, but they haven't heard about military grade muscle simulator. So I will give it to them. Is it new for a prospect? I would say yes. Two, it has an interesting promise for the prospect. Yes. What man over 40 wouldn't want to lose fat and gain muscle? It's not a brainer.
How much
It's a
does the
no-brainer.
product cost, by the way? Does he mention?
$17.
$17. That's it. That's crazy. You'll be crazy to not buy this.
Yeah,
What kind of objections could they have? No idea.
we could see them
I thought
later.
it's more like $500 or something. Crazy.
Uh, three, it's specific and tangible. Is it specific? Of course, of course. It's talking about a military grade muscle simulator. It's something specific. It's not just a simulator. It's a military grade muscle simulator. It makes it more specific. Is it tangible? Yeah, especially after showing pictures. It's really funny because we all know that this shit didn't make him his body. He's putting it in there for the photo. But yeah, is it tangible? Yes. And it's more tangible too because of the head. So look at this. It makes it very tangible.
The old man.
It's an old man like me, the prospect.
It also looks a little bit photoshopped.
Yeah, yeah. It
It's
could
definitely modified a bit.
it could be photoshopped. I don't know. $69 special forces device turns
Modify these wrinkles.
it simulates 54,000 crunches in 20 minutes and builds an incredible six pack up to 10 times. Oh shit, this is horrible. It's no way he achieved this physique just by using that. I don't
I don't
believe
know.
I don't believe he achieved this physique
Maybe.
just by because he has arms too and pecs
That's true. You are right. You are right.
and also this I don't know the serratus muscles here. There's no way he achieved that physique just by using the steroids.
Yeah. Something is not clear in the world.
Yeah, this guy achieved a bigger pec. I don't know if he achieved more this crap
Where
like
is the
this.
Federal Trade Commission, bro?
He felt what was created by Captain James Snipes, a 31-year-old Special Forces. Okay, so he is making this more tangible now. talking about the creator of this machine. It was created by Captain James Snipes, a 31-year-old special forces, whatever. So yeah, is it tangible and specific? Yes, I would do it. I would give it to them. Is it just about one thing? Of course. It's a muscle stimulator that unlocks fat loss and muscle growth. So it's a muscle stimulator that improves your body for people over 40 years old. So it's very specific, but because not only is it for, is it not only is it a military grade muscle stimulator, it also is specifically made for people over 40 years old. So it makes it even more specific.
Mhm.
It's just about one thing. It touches an emotional chord, maybe not directly, but having a better body touches an emotional chord because there's many people that have insecurities with their body, with his body, with their body. So I would say that it touches an emotional chord.
For some people, yes. For some, less.
Yeah, maybe I've heard that when men have over 40 years old and they have a dad bod, they start to decline on his strength and his
Yeah,
virility, and
you're
they
right.
start to get
Maybe a little bit
fat.
more.
They start to get fat, and they lose some confidence.
Yes.
It has timing. Uh, I would say yes. It has timing in the context of the prospect because right now the prospect
They're
is
40.
40 over 40 years old and is feeling like he wants to improve his body. So it has time. It's presented at the right time because if someone wants to improve his body because he's getting old, and you presented this to them at the right time, then it has some time. Seven, it's instantly understood. Of course, you read this and you already know what it does. So I would say that this is a very clear and big idea.
Another side note I'm going to have to mention here is the fact that another great way you can describe a big idea is an idea you want to convince the reader of, so that the next logical action is for him to purchase the product.
Yeah, that's like more using that's like logic selling. You're selling with logic, which is a very good strategy in the
No,
in the
it was just a way of describing the big idea to make it more understandable for us.
yeah, but at the end it's still logic. It's an argument, and I really like that.
Okay.
Like selling with logic is also dope. It's cool. You sell with logic and emotions.
Yeah, that I was just trying like to make it in like one sentence describe that without, because obviously emotion is important
Yeah,
that we keep at the back of our mind.
you have to satisfy both the logical part and the emotional part. But you could also sell with logic only, and it still could be effective because if you're selling something that is very logical to do and to buy, and the reader understands it, he could buy it. Maybe he might have some emotional objections, but if they don't have any, they already know that they have to do this, and it's the
Okay, can
logical next step. Then it's and you show it to them. It helps him understand what the next step is, and it makes it it could make it easier to for him to do the next action.
Okay, then another way of rephrasing my definition in a couple, no, one short sentence will be a big idea is an idea you're trying to convey to your prospect that has an emotional response that is going to make him the next action to have, the logical next action to have is to take the action and buy the product.
Yeah, that's ultimately the objective. The objective of a big idea is to change the reader's or the consumer's course of action. You present a big idea not just to present it, you present it to change the behavior of the reader. So if a reader or if a person is doing something and you present them a new idea, a big idea, it's because you want to change their behavior. So if they're doing some mistake and you present a big idea that shows them a better way, it's, it's for the objective of changing or influencing their behavior, be it to buy something from you, be it to learn something new, be it to stop making a mistake or whatever. But that ultimately it's the goal of ideas. The ideas are for are presented to change the behavior of someone because a big idea is nothing without action. So yeah, I will give it to you. Are you hearing this? I guess there's some connectivity problems.
What's popping?
Okay, let's continue.
What happened?
It's my internet.
Okay.
I
Did you
have to
stop the
think.
recording?
No, I haven't. Well, where are we at? When were we? What were we talking about?
Uh, we're trying to check off all the seven lines and points of the big idea.
Yeah. Uh, did you hear about me saying about the objective of a big idea? That it's about changing the behavior.
Yes, though. Yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah, because a big idea is nothing without execution. So it makes sense to present an idea to change the behavior of someone.
Yes, it does. It conveys a message that is going to lead to change through mechanisms like emotion and logic.
Yeah, exactly. So this is it. To be honest, I didn't even want to look at the advertorial. I just wanted to analyze a big idea. So,
Yeah, is the most important.
so it's very funny because of all of this text, it took us like 34 minutes. 34 minutes.
It's because you talk very slowly, that's why.
34 minutes just to analyze this headline because there's a
Well, of
lot. There's a lot to pull over, to pull from here. There's a lot of things to analyze. I usually take a lot of time to analyze headlines because I think they're really important. Even more
I
than
used to analyze headlines.
so yeah. I'd say it was a good and productive day today.
It
This
was
was a
indeed.
productive call. Very good that we decided to record this.
This was more a way of presenting the product and coming up with a big idea.
Yeah, but you present the idea. You present the product by showing the idea
Yeah, you could put it this way too.
because the
I was
product is
just
just a
saying that to
product.
point out how heavily carried this big idea was by the product itself.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
not always are you going to have products like this that you can just come up with easy ideas like this one was just a such a soft baller for the copywriter.
Yeah, yeah. He just took a very specific feature of the product and highlighted it.
Discord interrupted you and I didn't hurry.
I said that
I can't hear
he.
you.
Can you hear me now? Hello. It's my internet
I
connection.
can't hear you.
Now?
I can't
Okay,
hear
okay.
you.
Now?
Now I can hear you.
Okay.
Very nice.
Uh, so the
What
writer,
was the last thing you said?
I said that the writer just had to highlight a very specific feature of the product. So
Did you hear the last thing that I said?
yeah,
Softball for the copywriter?
yeah, and I'm responding to that.
Okay, okay.
You said that the copywriting had this very easy,
Yes, because of the product
and I said,
and
and,
the
and
history
what
of
I
the product.
what I said is that he just had to find and highlight a very specific
Yes,
feature of the product, which is that it's
the
military
important
grade.
feature. Yes.
Yeah, it's a curiously familiar feature of the product. So it makes it more intriguing. It makes it unique.
Next time we should analyze a product that has a big idea for a more common product.
Cool. It's gonna be
If you
awesome.
are able to find something like
Yeah, you should also share too. Give if you find something.
that. I will. Actually, the biggest idea for the I ever seen for a very basic product is coming for Gay Helmet. Are you gonna guess the product I'm gonna mention?
Cool, awesome. So
Is the
like,
like the wall frame he was selling on his super personalized letter. Did you see that ad?
no.
You really I'm going to share it with you. Let me see if I can find it in my swipe file. Very genius with a very big idea. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, I don't think I've pocketed it. I need to find it online. Stop that. Carry Albert personalized letter. Oh, there it is. There it is. Here's the ad. I've actually analyzed it on my Twitter as well before. I've had a great analysis of this letter. You see it?
uh, okay.
You see it?
Oh, I saw this ad. Yeah, I saw this like
Very genius positioning from him.
2 years
That's a
ago.
big idea, right?
I saw this ad like 2 3 years ago.
Were you a copywriter back then?
I haven't been paid, but I was just studying.
Yeah. I was in a similar position as well.
Yeah, that's cool. I guess we came to the end of this call for today.
Okay, are you also gonna go?
Well, I'm not gonna sleep.
Oh, okay.
It's day here. It's daylight.
Feel free to close the recording.
Yeah, cool, awesome. I'm gonna upload it. Good luck, man.
Bye bye, everyone.
I said it was a pleasure. Bye.